Please welcome TV on the radio.
You're listening to the latest segment of Secret Radio 69 called Internet on the Radio, inspired by the latest issue of Rolling Stone magazine, which was dedicated to social media creators they found relevant. I thought I would share with you some of my favorite internet creators on this little corner of the internet. First off is Paul Vanderklay, a pastor from California who has gained quite a following due to his commentary on such diverse topics as the Jordan Peterson phenomenon, Jonathan Vervaeke's theory of the meaning crisis, meta-modernity, and the struggle of faith in the era of the culture war. I first encountered him through the Bridges of Meaning Discord channel. I would describe his perspective as being progressive, slightly left-of-wing, and was once considered liberal. Here is a clip from a great video he did on the Barbie movie.
I had a lot of fun at the movie. It wasn't a terrible movie, unlike what the Critical Drinker said and what Ben Shapiro said. Here's my major take on the movie. The movie is basically, again, we're going to get into our meta-modernity question in this. The movie is basically a meta-modern take on women's Peter Pan. The main ending of the movie has the point of the movie, in which, in the end of the movie, Barbie is going to become a real woman with, get this, the last joke of the movie, a vagina.
Kara Nodrick is a prominent YouTuber in this little corner of the internet. She engages with several projects ranging from such topics as nonviolent communication, the understanding of the language of cognitive scientist John Vervaeke, and I personally have had the pleasure of participating line by line, one of my favorite things in which participants discuss and project upon music lyrics. This week on Food for Thought, she also tackles the Barbie movie. Here's a clip from her latest episode on Barbie.
Okay. So we did our homework, we watched the movie, and spoiler alert, the movie starts with the prehistoric age and Helen Mirren narrating beautifully about the history of the appearance, the Barbie doll, and they showed little girls who are forever playing with imitations of child that they care for, a doll that looks like a baby, and so little girls like cradling that baby, and then they receive alternative, not a baby they care for, but they see that beautiful woman who looks like an idol, and she's like huge, and there is like a wonderful Space Odyssey plays around, and massive idol of Barbie appears, and the girls start breaking the babies that they cared for or like imitations of babies, and like, which I found really drastic, because like, didn't you just care for those a second ago? How did you receive that scene?
I heard about that scene before I watched the movie, and it was mostly from people who thought it was a metaphor for abortion, and I see why they make that connection. I don't think that it's wrong, but I also think that it's too literal, and so I don't think that they were trying to consciously advocate for abortion. I think that it was much more an attack on the general high positioning in a hierarchy of values that motherhood has. And so I think the scene made sense in the movie because it just fit perfectly into the other things that the movie tried to sell us. I didn't like it, of course. I thought it was horrible. I think the greatest thing that, and I say that in reverence, I think the greatest thing that a woman can achieve is motherhood. I think there's nothing greater than that, and not in a not in a demeaning way. That like that women can't be like at the top of a company hierarchy or whatever. I just what?
Sorry.
I,
As a woman who is a mother, I hope there is more I can achieve. I mean, yeah, of course, it's a great honor to achieve the motherhood. We are not fully aligned with Marvin on our ideas. So there will be a clash here.
Mark Lefebvre has been active in online communities since the day of bulletin boards. He's been active in several Discord servers like Bridges of Meaning, Awakening from the Meaning Crisis, and now his own server, Mark of Wisdom. But the place that he is most prominent on as of late is the live streams on his YouTube channel, Navigating Patterns, where he muses on such topics as what is tyranny, what is value, and even what is sanity. This last week he talked about what it means to be generative. Here is a clip from that live stream.
Let's talk about what generative is and sort of the way this came up. So a lot of times, Manuel and I in particular will explain to people, when they're saying stuff, they're not being generative or that's not generative. And people get upset because they're like, I don't know, what do you mean? What do you mean generative? I'm saying things are happening in the world, right? So what do we mean by, generative? What does it mean to generate something, to be generative? And generation for us sort of in the recent times is all about power. What does generation actually point to, right? Because it's not always like something from nothing, right? But we'll see often we think of it that way. We think of, oh, there's nothing there and we've generated something. And of course, the easiest way to do that is quote generating an idea. And we'll go into that more later. So being generative, generation as in generations of persons, I think is a better way to think about it, right? So again, it's not something from nothing, but something where there was nothing manifest before. And that's what I want you to consider, right? Is this idea of manifestation.
General Gaius Griswold Grimm is the masterful jester and old school gamer of this little corner of the internet. He utilizes the tech of online streaming like a musical instrument. I first encountered him on Discord, and he is a server called the Broken Clock Tower. No one really quite knows what he is up to, but it involves, I believe, positively breaking the fourth wall to get people off the web and away from their gaming consoles to experience embodiment and community. He has two notable slogans of affirmation: remember, embody, and virtually not alone. Here is a clip from a recent live stream.
No, now you gotta get more branding. Remember. This agency. We want. Ah, here it is down there. This is my participation in a worldwide conspiracy. Let us enjoy a short sample.
And that is
From minute, I don't know, man. What do you say? 6:33. Okay. You can make it big and then play
a
it.
conspiracy. And so when we recognize, for example, in the Rainbow Coalition, a conspiracy to affect the world, and we're told that is impossible, and it's
What's going on here? Something horribly has gone on. I've missed to give you the savings throws, and we're this deep already. Oy vey.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
Blasted. Oh no, I've lost myself. Oh, there it is. Okay, if you roll for yourself, roll for yourself. Hey, and if you don't, what we do around here is savings throws versus the mind control you swim in, because the world is made of LARP, words are magic, and at the very minimum, you're going to be subjected to advertisements. So you need to save against these mind control assaults on your person. You can do so based on your will to survive, your social network, the wisdom you've acquired, or the power of your heart. That's right, survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. If it's over 10, you take half damage. If it's under 10, you failed your savings throw and you take full damage. But remember, everybody, we want what's best for you.
You've been listening to Internet on the Radio, a little segment on my choice of notable social media creators. Am I bugging you or are you bugging me? Well, I will avoid the uncomfortable truth and go back to the music segment of Secret Radio 69.
Am I bugging you? I don't mean to bug you, honey. Okay, Edge. Just give me any rock!
Please welcome TV on the Radio.